Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Tutorial Tuesday. Sticking with the Halloween themes for the month of October, this week I'm doing some Freddy vs. Jason nails. So I'm going to show you how I did the slashes across my ring finger and the Jason mask. So starting off with the Freddy Krueger slashes here, I have finished my nail as I normally would, and I'm going to start off with a base of real red, and I'm applying this with my number 4 bling brush from Elegance. And I'm going to give that a about 30-second cure in my LED lamp. And then I really like the black from Mission Control Overdrive, so I'm going to apply a coat of this over top of my red, and again another 30-second cure. And then I also really like the white from Mission Control, that's Fizz, and again applying a coat of that on my whole nail and another 30-second cure. And then I'm going to finish that off with one more coat of the Overdrive, and I'm going to give that a full 1 minute cure in LED, of course 2 minutes in UV. Now I'm going to take my electric file, and using a arbor band, I'm going to use the edge of my arbor band and just kind of map out where I want my slashes to be. And then I'm going to keep going back over top of where I've marked these out, and I'm just going to gently keep removing a little bit of product, making them a little bit wider, and just removing until I get down to that red. And then once I'm happy with it, I'm going to give it a quick wipe so I can see if there's anywhere that there's any little spaces where I've actually filed the red away as well. As it's really hard, these are very thin coats. So if you do file a little bit away, not a problem. You're going to just take your detail brush, I like the one from Uber Chic, and just fill in a little bit of those red spaces. And then that is going to get a full cure. Now for my Jason mask, I'm going to start off with a base of Fizz and give that a 30-second cure. And then I'm going to apply another very thin coat of the Fizz just so that my next two colors blend in a little bit easier. So now I'm going to take the Mission Control Solar, which is the yellow, and Clutch, which is the brown. And I'm just going to apply a little amount of each of them and work them onto my nail to give myself a little bit more of an off-white tone, as the Jason mask isn't perfectly white. Now I'm going to come in with a bit of Clutch and start to sort of plan out where the facial features of this mask are going to go. So I'm adding a little into the forehead, a little around the eyes and the nose, just sort of planning out my mask a little bit here. Now coming in with Overdrive, and I'm going to switch to my shorty brush because it is a nice fine detail brush. I'm going to place the eyes of the mask. And I am giving this a quick flash cure in between each step when I'm happy with what I have, just so that I don't smudge anything or ruin anything. I don't have to start over. Now coming in again with my detail brush, I'm going to add a little bit of Clutch around the eyes to give them a little bit more of a three-dimensional look, like as if they are eye sockets. And I'm going to take the number 3 bling stylus from Elegance and make a reference point for the nose of the mask. I'm just coming in with my white to give a little bit more highlight to certain areas, just playing around with whatever you see fit. And I am using a reference photo for this, so there is a picture of a Jason mask that I'm looking at so that I can kind of figure out where I need to put my highlights and my shadows. And I do recommend having a reference photo for any kind of freehand art like this. And again, with my number 3 stylus, coming in, adding the dots of the mask. And then I'm going to come in with Power Up, which is the red from Mission Control, and add in the little red triangle details onto the mask. And then again, just going off of my reference picture, seeing where I need to add some more shadows, some more highlights, and just working with the lights and darks to create a mask that looks a little bit multi-dimensional. And once you're happy with the way that that looks, you're gonna give it a full cure, so that's 1 minute in LED or 2 minutes in UV. And today I'm going to be finishing off this look with flat matte. And I like to do a full 2 minute cure regardless of what kind of lamp you have. And then just giving that a good wipe, applying a little bit of cuticle oil, and there's the finished look. I will also mention this other color that I have on my nails is a combination of Fizz and Dames, a little bit of Real Red ButterCream, and a little bit of Overdrive Black Mission Control. So I hope that you've enjoyed this week's video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the section below. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and like us on Facebook.